Good morning, everybody, and this is your Forex day trade setups for today. So, Euro USD, our first point of call, and we've got a breakout below. So we broke the triangle, and we've also broken through this level right here at 126.75. So that is fairly significant. However, and I just want to use this level. Just want to line it up like that. And line this up. Okay, so you can see, yes, we do have a breakdown. And remember, we are looking at this head and shoulders here. So technically, we're looking for a deeper retracement down into this area here of 119.481. So with those levels drawn in, and the reason why I have drawn this bottom one in is it does look like it's forming a wedge. There's a lot of manipulation or games going on at the moment in most of the market. So you just got to have your bearish and bullish scenarios mapped out. Otherwise, you are going to get burnt. So just moving to the hour, you'll see trend is down on the hour at the moment. For as long as we stay below the moving averages, we're looking for a move down. Now, I'm just going to use one of these levels there. That's my structure. So a bounce off this area like it is doing now. Look at my oscillators. They're grouping, well, they're not grouping, but they're crossing far apart. That is a signal we're moving to the downside. And that, I reckon, we would come down to 119.900. So there is our measured move. I'm going to take it off there, pretty close, down to 119.900. So that's kind of the target area that I've got at the moment. Don't want to do that during the Asian session. So waiting for Europe, and we'll see what happens here. If we can reject 125.61, or even break through and then reject 126.75, that will give me the confidence, which would actually validate the big head and shoulders as well. So we'd have a move to the downside. Just keep these trend lines drawn in, because it could flip into a wedge as well. Okay, so US dollar, Japanese yen are looking a little bit tired here. I just want to delete the noise there. So groupings of the oscillators, we're at a level. There's two levels right here. So the first one is 105.074, and then just above it is 105.250. We've made it up there. We have now grouped and looking a little bit sad right now. I'm not really interested in being long there at the moment until we start breaking above 105.074 and holding that level. So at the moment, not looking to be short either, because look at the 1 hour trend. 1 hour trend is up. I'm looking for opportunities to buy. But this is sideways at the moment, so I need structure. Until we get that structure, I'm not really keen on that at the moment. So structure for me is going to be a break of 105.074 and a retest of that for a move to the upside. British pound, Japanese yen. So we broke through fairly significant level, and then, well, most of this week has just been going, not really sideways, but drifting lower. That does look to me like consolidation. And let's just get a range here. Okay, you see there is a flag forming, channel. There it is there. And I can probably rather call it a flag than a range. There we go. Okay, and that's a fairly decent flag. That's 1, 2, 3 touches on the bottom, 3 touches on the top, and we're now hovering here. So with that being said, just like get this. There's my level there that they're flirting with, which is 143.548. So break above that gives us a long, and there's a really nice stop area just over here. This is going to make a good play for the London breakout. So wait for the London session, and then as London opens, draw your range above the high and low of the Asian session, which will be currently something like that. I wouldn't anticipate a break the downside. Any break the downside, I'd be looking to buy off probably the bottom of this flag, or look at horizontal support here somewhere like that. I'd look to buy off 143.323. So ultimately with this, I'm looking for a break to the upside, retest on a low time frame, stop below the low of the day, and then I'm looking for this measured move to play out. Okay, and this measured move is fairly significant because it is 1,850 points. Aussie dollar, US dollar. So we have had a channel break to the downside. Now, we've been speaking of, there's been a lot of bull channels that we've broken to the upside, and then the move sort of fizzles out. Now the converse is true on a bear channel. So we've got a bear channel, we've got a break below it. The probability of this falling further is only 25%. The probability is higher that it breaks to the upside and continues on its merry way. So just keep that in the back of your mind. So that there is a chance that it is going to fall. And remember, this all comes back to US dollar weakness. US dollar strength right now. So we've had US dollar weakness for quite some time, and now they're trying to flip it. So this should fall. But the way that the channel structure is, I would expect it to be volatile here until this structure is null and void. Once it's null and void, then obviously you'll see the bears will get control of it. So I suspect we're going to get more of the same today. Not something I really want to get involved in just yet. So you can see what's transpiring here. Break the channel, come back up, try get back into the channel. Look at this. This is looking interesting. So this level that we've got drawn in is what we want to pay attention to, 076193, and a little bit higher would be 076354. That's the area we want to pay attention to. If we can find some resistance here, that would be a fairly strong move to the downside. So I think at the moment, your line in the sand is the current low of the day. So it's a break below that fractal there. Your stop is above that fractal, and you're looking for another move down. The move down you're looking for is pretty much this second leg down here. Okay, just be wary that you've only got a 25% chance that it continues to downside. So you would expect it to find some support somewhere along the line before either going sideways or bouncing back up into this channel again. So that's the only play that we really need to pay attention to. But the risk to reward on this trade is massive. Okay, so let's just do that. So if we get in just below there, we're going to have a 250 point stop loss, and we are looking for a 686 point gain. So that's a 2-to-1, more than a 2-to-1 trade. Well worth paying attention to that one. Euro, British pound. So we are still flirting with this level here of 088121, and I think I'm going to put this on the back burner for now. We are really trying hard to do something, and for me, and I can't get that fix that mess up, but anyway, sorry. There we go. Okay, so for me at the moment, this line in the sand is right here at 088121. If we reject it, and we didn't quite reject it yesterday, but if we reject it today, you're looking for a move to the downside here of 087738. Just pay attention to this little series of higher lows. Okay, so, and remember, this is in a massive area of resistance, or actually support at the moment, and that's on the monthly and the weekly chart. So you just got to keep that in the back of your mind, that there is something happening. People are trying to buy, and everything is really slow this morning for some reason. So you can see on the monthly chart here, we've got a fairly strong monthly level here that we are flirting with. And just look at all this chaos here. No real direction, all over the place. So, and this was a strong move up, and this has been a bit of a retracement. The trend is up on the monthly if you think about it. So that's kind of, there's a gap here as well. But I would be very hesitant to believe that this thing's going to fall too far beyond where it is at the moment. Okay, so for me at the moment, I think pay attention to this. There's a bullish and bearish structure at the moment. Trend is down on the hour, so we should be looking for opportunity to sell into this. But there is a major area of support on the higher time frames that we are smack bang in the middle of at the moment. So be wary of chasing, of trying to break through these lows currently. This series of 3 lows here is potentially an indication that we found a major level and that we're trying to buy off that major level. So keep that in the back of your mind. So it's not something that I want to be trading at the moment, not until we get some direction. Lastly, British pound, New Zealand dollar, that hasn't played out like I was expecting. So I was expecting a move to the upside, as you can see, upside target right up here with this big inverse head and shoulders. And right now it looks like it is going to be turning into a range. So that trade is not on the table anymore. So we're waiting for a break of the structure, and we've got the break to the downside. And that's another reason why you always want to have your bullish and your bearish scenarios at the moment. And then hindsight being a perfect science, we had this, let me just move it to the middle here. So we had this big up, big down, big confusion area here, and the warning sign was here with the moving average crossovers, which was indicating that we've got a potential trend reversal to the downside after moving up into an area of support, and that's exactly what transpired. Late in the session though, it was all over the place, and then late in the session we had this sell-off and moving down. A little bit of a gap here. I'll pay attention to that. That would be a good area to get short again. Pointless jumping in short down here, that's for sure. But any sort of pullback is definitely going to get you short. And I'm assuming that that's something to do with your New Zealand data that strengthened the New Zealand dollar. Anyway, guys, this is one that at the moment wait for pullbacks and then probably sell into it. Continue, see if this trend is going to continue. So wait for the pullback, find the structure. Right now that's 1.9 on the dot, and if we can get back up there and start rolling, definitely short high above stop above that high and then continue down. And I think your next target is definitely going to be 188.539. Okay, anyway guys, that's it for me today. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll catch up with you bright and breezy tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.